Hi guys, this is Ying Hui, APAC Presales Engineer. Today I'm going to talk about creating automated streaming and recording events with HELO scheduler function. HELO is a standalone H.26 for streaming and recording appliance, which is able to take in either SDI source or HDMI source, encode it to H.26 file, and stream the encoded feed to any supported CDN and record the feed at the same time. In some cases, users might want to stream the feeds to the same destination repetitively. HELO scheduler function allows users to create recurring events by setting the desired date and time via a local calendar or a remote calendar. HELO will automatically start and stop streaming and recording for each event on the calendar, of course, based on the time reset. This means that enabling the scheduler function set up HELO for unattended operation. So without further ado, let's go straight to HELO Web UI. First of all, I'd like to stream this feed to YouTube. So make sure we have configured all the streaming and recording settings first. And let's go to this streaming profile. Again, YouTube uses RTMP protocol. So we just have to copy the server URL and RTMP stream key from YouTube to HELO Web UI. And once you copy that, when the stream button turns green, this means that it's ready to start streaming. So next, to configure the recording activity, go to the recording profile and configure the recording media type. So here I've configured to use USB for this recording. And once you are done, scroll up to check the recording button. So once it turns red, means that the recording is ready to start. So this means that all the streaming and recording settings are configured correctly. Then you can start scheduling an event. So next, go to the scheduler page. In order to configure the scheduler function, you need to disable the scheduler first. And so that you can configure the scheduler parameters such as scheduler activity, schedule source, or other related settings. So for scheduler activities, you can choose to create an event for recording only, or streaming only, or both recording and streaming. So I'm going to schedule a time for automated streaming and recording event to show you how this function works. And then select the schedule source, whether you want to use local calendar or the remote calendar. So let me demo to you how the local calendar works first. So when local is selected, this means that you can use HELO's built-in local calendar to schedule an event. So now you can just start creating an event based on the date and time that you need. So I will just simply create an event for this demo purpose. So event 1. So you can actually name it here first. So I'm going to name it as event 1. And then configure the time that you need. So I'm going to configure the time that I need. So once you are done, then just select done. And you can actually save this. And then later on, you can actually configure whether you want to repeat the event. Or otherwise, you can just hide it and save it. So once you save these settings, once you have created the event, it will show in the calendar here. And you can start to enable the scheduler. So once you enable the scheduler, when the event is about to start, you will see this schedule event active indication here. So which means that you have enabled the scheduler function. So when the time reach and when the date and time reach, then HELO will start streaming and recording automatically, and also stop streaming and recording automatically based on the time that you set. So let's just wait for a few more seconds. And there you go. So you can see that HELO has started streaming and recording automatically. And now YouTube is trying to initialize to receive the stream and start the stream. So there you go. Now YouTube, the stream is live on YouTube now. So now I'm going to stop the recording and streaming to show you some other advanced settings for this local calendar function. So I'm going to stop both recording and streaming, and at the same time I'm going to disable the scheduler as well. So there's this import export local calendar file options, so where you can export this local calendar in ICS format. At the same time, you can also choose to import a calendar in ICS format to HELO. And then once you select the file, you can choose to upload. So this is how it works. So of course, at the same time, you can also choose to clear, select clear if you want to return to the initial settings or the default settings. And as you scroll down, you will see this day, week, month. So basically, this is to modify how you want the calendar to be displayed, either by day, by week, or by month. And of course, towards the right here, you can actually choose to clear calendar, choose to clear the local calendar of all events, or you can choose to download history to download all the past events that are on the local calendar, or to clear history to clear the result of automatically attended events in the past. So you can just clear calendars, delete now, and the next, and also clear history, and just delete now, or you can also download history. Next, I'm going to show you how to sync to a remote calendar. HELO supports any calendar as long as it is a public calendar with no password protection. I'm using Google Calendars for this demo. So let's go back to schedule source. This time, let's select remote. And once you select remote, you will see this remote calendar URL option. And the reason you are seeing calendar sync field is just because we haven't connected the HELO to any remote calendar. So in order to configure the remote calendar function, a URL needs to be entered into the remote calendar URL field. So where can we get this URL? Let's go to Google Calendar and go to My Calendar. Select the calendar that you would like to use and select Settings and Sharing. Look out for Integrate Calendar and copy the public address in iCal format and back to HELO UI and paste it here. After you copy paste the URL, in case you are still seeing calendar sync field warning message, which means HELO has not been able to connect to the remote calendar, this is just because we have not set the calendar as public. If you are using Google Calendar, what you need to do is just navigate to Access Permissions for Event page, and you will see this made available to public selection. So just tick this and select OK. Return to HELO UI and manually sync now, and you can see that the warning message has gone. So now we can see that HELO has successfully synced to the Google Calendar. So what we need to do next is to create an event. So of course you can create an event based on the date and time that you need. So I will just simply create an event based on the time that I need. And then I'm going to set a time here. (6:54 p.m.) And once I'm done, just click Save. And back to HELO UI. Just click Sync Now. And once I click Sync Now, you will see that the event that I just created on Google Calendar is displayed here. So now we can see that the date and time of the last scene is shown to the right of the Sync Now button. And let's just enable the scheduler. So again, when the event is about to start, you will see a schedule event active indication. So when the time comes, HELO again will automatically start and stop streaming and recording based on the time that we have set. So of course, this synchronization occurs automatically every 15 minutes, or we can manually sync it to the sync the event based on what we have set in Google Calendar. So there you go. Now HELO has started the streaming and recording. So let's check YouTube. So of course, YouTube will need some time to initialize and connect to the live stream. So just give it a few seconds, then it will be okay. And there you go. So whatever changes that we made in Google Calendar, for example, let's add one more event for save. And you just have to click sync now. The changes that we have made will reflect to the HELO calendar. Of course, if we set HELO to remote calendar, then this calendar here will be in a read-only mode. So that's how the scheduler function works. This is how you can set up automated streaming and recording recurring events for unattended operation with either a local calendar or remote calendar. So the setup is just that simple. So to learn more about HELO, feel free to refer to the official website for more information. Again, you can also refer to HELO software compatibility chat to find out what are the supported CDN platform or software